right, I like to start this segment, by telling people to go vote if you haven't in the United States. Early voting is on in most places. Try and vote early as opposed to voting in person November 3rd. Vote safely, wear a mask, all that jazz. Vote out the fascists. If you're someone that subscribes to support my content on Twitch, though, you should also vote in the October sub-survey. It's super, super quick. There's literally, what's your name, what's your tier, content you subscribe to support, and if you plan on coming back next month and what you're willing to come back for. I like to share responses to these things as we go. We've had 700 people fill it out. I currently have 2,111 unique subscribers as of recording this video, so we're about a third of the people have filled it out. Hopefully we can get this up to half or more. The most important, usually I have like a 40 to 60% response rate depending on things are going. I'm hoping to get closer to the 60+% this time. This is the most important question on the survey for me. What are people intending to do to resub based on the range of my content here? If I'm being completely blunt, this number at 22.8%, this is an acceptable exit rate for me, I think, to just keep doing Runeterra and variety stuff. So, if you're someone that really wants Magic stuff to come back, sign up on this and fill this out and let me know that you're only sticking around if Magic comes back. If you really don't want Magic to come back, you want me to focus on Runeterra and variety stuff, stay the opposite. So, this is something that's interesting to note. This has been between 22 and 24% since about 200 votes. So typically speaking, based on my historical survey responses, I would bet that stays pretty consistent from here on out. But there's also a unique question that I haven't asked before, but usually once we're like 500 respondents in, the ratios stay about the same. But yeah, basically, if I can lose 25% of my subs and play games that I like more, like Runeterra and variety stuff, I'm going to do that. So that's the intention of that survey. Thank you to Born Whale. Thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hoaglandia. If you're a new sub that would like to subscribe today and fill out that response, you can join the subscriber Discord server. After subscribing, sometimes it takes about an hour to populate, and there's a link in the announcements channel there. All right. Let's dive into the actual deck, huh? Ashe Kench'em. Gotta Kench'em all, chat. Taham Kench here. 2/6. The start of every round, he creates an acquired taste and gobbles some people up. So 2 mana slow spell. He swallows an enemy unit, and then it strikes him, so it hits him for his power, and that means he captures it. He levels overall when he's captured 3+ units. When he levels up, he obliterates everything that he captured, so they're not coming back. And he releases his captured allies if he had captured any allies. His leveled mode continues having an acquired taste. And on attack, he obliterates all of his captured enemies and releases his allies. So, Kench can pair with a variety of different things. We've seen him paired with copious amounts of healing. Today, we are pairing him with the champion Ashe, who frostbites things and cares about frostbiting things. So frostbite is notably very good with Kench because setting things powers to 0 means that Kench can acquire taste them without taking any damage. So Ashe frostbites things when she attacks. We've got Flash Freeze to frostbite things. We've got Ice Veil Archers, some Brittle Steels. We've got some Harsh Winds and some Rime Tusk Shamans here at the top end of the curve. And then, notably, we're also playing some Troll Chants and an Elixir of Iron here. Because remember, the way temporary defense boosts work in Runeterra, so like, let's say your Kench has 2 damage marked on it, you could basically Elixir of Iron to heal off that 2 damage, the way these temporary buffs work with that. So, let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this and see how it feels. Knacker, thanks for the 1.5 years. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Anorak Gaming, thank you for the 23 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Awesome, Whale. I'm glad you enjoyed the Runeterra stuff. Yeah, like I said, Runeterra is easily just my favorite card game out there right now. Not only is the core gameplay loop of Runeterra really fantastic, but just everything Riot's doing as a company to support Runeterra in terms of game balance and active communication with the player base, to standing up tournament support, to the quality of the software that it runs on. It's all just super, super refreshing coming from other card games. There is a separate spell for Kench that we're not. Oh, sounds off. Sorry. There's a separate spell for Kench that I'm not playing in this deck that lets him eat an ally and gain the stats of it. Kench Soraka. I'm gonna mulligan Berg here. Keep Rhymefang, Ashe, and Kench. I mean, Alias isn't a Watch the Employee. She streams a lot of different games. I imagine the announcements about organized play stuff will bring a number of people into Runeterra. That's why they're good things to see. So we'll bank this 2 spell mana here, which means that we'll be able to play Kench on 4 and then Ashe on 5 and have mana up to Bayou Brunch, which sounds great. Petty Officer is largely being played in this deck as just 2 cheap bodies early. Oh, is it Kench's champion spell? Oh, you're totally right. Bayou Brunch.
Let me guide you.
No decent attacks here, unfortunately. Morning, Malo.
Be at peace. Take heart.
Don't really want to mark damage on their things, because if we don't mark damage on their things, they can't, if we don't mark damage on their things, they can't heal and get triggers on this, which is ideal.
Well, you've already got the pot boiling. Yes, but not for you, army!
Blocking Soraka with the tough guy is kind of free. It's not, because it gives them a point on...
Of the stars.
It gives them a point on this.
I'm sure there's something for my tastes. We start by attempting to eat this. Allow me a small sip. I've been propagating quite the appetite. I see feast in your future.
So that's tough. Like, now they're gonna get priority to brunch my Kench next turn.
My comestibles are getting cold.
Oh, Wolf plus Troll Chant. Yeah, that's a good line. Because this can wipe the attack off of this and we can kill it, right? Yeah, it's a good line. So he kills something when he strikes it with 0 attack. I gotta get used to Troll Chant being able to do that.
Let us peruse this establishment's fare.
Cobbler's been down! Let his knee out!
Ah, I told your ancestors to protect.
So... I'm just passing for now. And they want to try and hook something with this. If we can brittle steal it. And maybe I'm supposed to play a burst spell to soft pass there. That could go either way. I lost my acquired taste. The green fuzz on here means it's fleeting, so it goes away at end of turn.
Swiftly now.
So she's gonna frostbite this. Going surrendering. Okay.
A new Freljord will rise.
I wonder if I want... I built this last night. I wonder if I want some... what's it called? Their landmark? What landmark interaction do we have? Not any good. We've just sunk cost. I was gonna say, do I want a way to interact with landmarks? And if this is my only way, I probably don't. I think we could probably just kill their stuff through it. Any tips for a beginner? My number one recommendation would be, don't just play the required tutorial levels, Claire. There's a bunch of challenge levels past that. I'd recommend playing all of the challenges. And then is it the labs right now? Yeah, then once you finish all the challenges, the lab right now lets you play with pre-built decks with new cards from the latest set. Just play a bunch of the labs with the pre-built decks and get a feel for a variety of different cards before you decide to actually buy any. Or before you decide even if you're free to play what you put your free-to-play resources into. Fonsetti, thanks for the 21 months. Not sure I can support the name of the deck, but here's to another bunch. Listen, we gotta Kench'em all. Gotta Kench'em all, gotta Kench'em all. Yeah, gotta Kench'em all, gotta Kench'em all. Do 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 do. Is that Soraka with the dragon? It is, okay. I'm gonna keep one Rhyme Fang and mulligan the rest of these looking for cards lower on my curve. Shavana, I feel like implies there's something more aggressive. Well, the lab, Marcio, is you play pre-built decks against the other pre-built decks. So it's not like it's throwing you into the ranked ladder with it. So if they just pass here,
This world has such great
and this works out exactly like we did against the other person's Kench, right? I get to do this, and then try and kill this. Troll chant with Rhyme Fang's the real deal. That's super good. Ashe with Rhyme Fang, also great. The art on this card, like most artworks, also stellar. He's iced up and ready to go.
Dragon blood, Demacian heart.
Oh, the deck they give you after the try. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not familiar with which cards you get for free offhand. I will say that there aren't really garbage champions in this game. Yeah, I think we Ashe here to then try and open attacks next turn. to try and set this to 0 and hook it.
Suffer my fury.
So I think we open attacks with just this then. You get 2 Elise to start. Oh yeah, that's super true. Yeah, Elise is a great champion. Alright, so do we drop Rhyme Tusk or do I just make it rain here? Oh, I can petty officer to make it rain, right? This makes a powder keg, which will make the make it rain deal more. So if they don't have a 3-mana dragon to play out here, make it rain hits 3 things at random, but if it's only them plus 2, it guarantees hits all their stuff.
Even to the young
Okay,
bloods
so they have this, so let's see if we can high roll here. We missed on her. That's unfortunate.
Raise your weapon, Sunwood.
There's always room for supper.
I am here to help.
Why don't you make like a banana and split?
By starlight. End.
So this is going to let her heal this, which is a little unfortunate.
Punish transgressions.
So I assume they don't want to attack with this. Okay, they have some kind of combat trick here? Or are they willing to trade with my 3-1?
Stars fall.
They've got nowhere to go.
Lead the target.
Oh, they're leveling her. Got it. Pretty sure we just do this. This leaves Ashe dead to Pale Cascade, which wouldn't be great, I guess. This also, the flash freeze here also stops this from leveling, which is ideal.
Appetizers aplenty.
I probably want to eat Soraka, right? Otherwise she's going to heal herself back up.
It's too late now.
They didn't have single combat last turn. I guess would they have played it? Do I play around single combat or do I just drop the Rhyme Tusk here? I feel like I just want to drop the Rhyme Tusk.
The Freljord's true.
And if they don't have single combat here, we get to get out of this pretty well.
Ice runs in our veins.
Where there's a will, there's a meal.
Kench and Rhyme Tusk pair real well together. Obviously.
I'll lead us to victory.
Yeah, Frostbites are very good against the Demacia decks in general, because Demacia decks largely rely on playing to the board to interact with, largely rely on combat to interact with things.
Excuse my impertinence. Dragons, such fascinating creatures.
So Rhyme Tusk is going to automatically Frostbite this next turn, and then we can Bayou Brunch, or we can Acquired Taste this.
The age of dragons is begun. Oh dear.
The frost reveals all to me.
Oh, I don't require a menu.
Hungry. Kench is a hungry boy, chat, and we are kenching them all. It's really sweet the amount of range. Like, Kench is feeling in practice like he has the amount of range I expected him to during spoiler season. We're gonna have to make a point to play him in a Demacia deck with other Detain cards, I think, too. But, like, he's been sweet with target and healing. He's been sweet with... Yeah, he loves him some frozen microwave meals. Kench, yeah, Kench Lux could be sweet. Big agree. I think we keep all these. Prime Tusk Shaman is great against Lee Sin. And Kench sounds lovely here as well. Yeah, it's possible I want 3 Rhyme Tusk at my top end even. I think I've got 3 Babbling Berg right now, and I can definitely see that split flipping. Or maybe I don't need... Like, I've got some Zap Spray Fins in here too, that might be unnecessary. Although drawing various utility spells is nice.
I am the blade in the darkness.
The new pet dragon is very cool. I agree.
My arrow won't miss.
My arrow won't miss. Fogged Zed. Got in for 3. You love to see it, champ.
Table for one, if you'd oblige.
Table for 1. Kench is a hungry boy.
Something for my tastes.
Tasty monks and ninjas. I would like one of everything, please.
Requires concentration.
How do we feel about harsh winds into acquired taste here? Try and eat the Lee Sin. Nopeify. Whale poop. Why would you put that voodoo on us, avid magic player?
Steel power.
Why would you do this to me?
Prepare yourself.
Hey, InQB, thanks for watching regardless. I appreciate you being here. So...
My life for Avarosa.
think we give them gems here. I think especially because this is a 2-2 currently, I'm just playing Runeterra Shaman this turn and then passing.
One star's whoopsie is another spark.
This is smart on the opponent's part. Looks like the opponent's attempting to go wide here. It's a good way to skate around the Runeterra Shaman here. If they don't open on attacks next turn, I'll have an opportunity to deploy the Petty Officer to go wide myself, though. These Bayou Brunches in my hand are Kench'em's Bayou Brunch, so I've got 2 more champions here should we need them.
Oh, I don't require a menu.
We have 8 total mana here. So I can Petty, Flash Freeze, and Troll Chant to have a pretty decent combat step if we want it. So still pretty far off of leveling.
I'll see this through. Yeah! Conflict is all in the mind. I have many faces.
Mobilytics lets me pull in my card collection and build decks there with what I have. Yep, that's exactly what it does. That's what's possible when you have real software with a real API. Developers can do really cool stuff with what you have. Zintoth, yeah, you can even push decks from the Mobilytics website directly back to your client once you have them built. Yeah, you can push it back to the client as well. It's fantastic.
Plenty of room inside.
The frost reveals all to me.
Where there's a will, there's a meal. I will not hold back.
Why eat Zen over Lee Sin? That's a good thought. I don't know. I think you're right that eating Lee Sin there is probably a little better. Thanks for the 17 months, Labrat. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Does anybody know if this has a barrier? Does Rhymefang still kill it? I don't know how that interaction works. It does. Okay, cool.
I'll see this through.
If I Troll Chant this for -2 attack and it levels up, will it have 1 attack or will it have 0 attack still? How do like the layers? It's gonna have 1. I mean, I'm not personally invested in the result of this match. People are split enough that I feel like we should do it for science.
It's getting cold.
Let's find out. Because it says -2 from Troll Chant. Okay, they have a stun, so we're not going to get to find out. Wow. Opponent confirmed hates science. Oh, wait, no, we will find out, right? Because it'll still show the power. Yeah, we should. We'll still find out. Okay, so it is in fact still 0. Sweet. Good to know. Could we use the eye to see the result? No, because it wasn't leveling yet.
Ice runs in our
Yeah, a little bit of a
veins.
graphical bug there.
I'm sure there's something for my taste.
And like, while my opponent has been like while my opponent has been doing things that that keep these Bayou brunches from eating the Lee Sin, every time they spend resources to interact with a Bayou brunch, I feel like that's a win for us overall, right?
I'll scrutinize something scrumptious.
Yeah, so long as we're not dying on the in-between, them spending resources on acquired taste is good.
Conflict is all in the mind. Teeth big as tombstones.
Teeth big as tombstones.
The frost reveals all to me.
Let us peruse this establishment's fare. It's too late now.
Kench is a hungry boy, chat. Hungry boy.
Avarosa, guide me!
You want to level Kench?
Faster than my
Nah, I don't
arrow?
think so.
I think not.
I think I want to play Ashe.
Avarosans, stand together!
I should technically attack with these, right?
Don't look twice.
These are kind of free attacks that I missed.
To the shadows.
Alright, do we just Bayou brunch this now? Yeah, I think chat's right that I should be Bayou brunching some of my stuff. Pick an ally. Capture an ally. Captor being captured. Good and clear interface there.
Ice runs in our veins.
Appetizers of plenty.
Gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all, yeah. Gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all, yeah. Gotta catch 'em all, do do
We
do.
gormandize.
Easy game. Frozen microwave meals for everyone. I'm uncertain if this deck is good yet. It's definitely great. It's definitely great. I should probably put another Rhyme Tusk Shaman in. I think I'm convinced that I want one more of those. What's the best way to grind XP for rewards? The main thing you want to keep track of in terms of switching around and min-maxing things early is you want to get all of your regions leveled in equal parts, 4 levels at a time. So like get all of your regions to 4, then all of your regions to 8, then all to 12, etc. Other people in chat can give more specific feedback past that. Love the October content. Also been toying with a support Shyvana build running Tarek. Sounds like something you try. Yeah, definitely, Dr. Mr. Punny. Get it in. I appreciate the very generous tier 3 resub. And thanks for the 14 months. Welcome back. RoboSnake8, thanks for the 13 months. I appreciate it. Imagine playing a Freljord deck and not having an Omenhawk on one. I can't because I'm good at Runeterra. If you're good at Runeterra chat and you're playing Freljord, you play your Omenhawk on one. It's just how the game works.
The spirit gives to those who listen.
Those who listen.
Gems are superb.
Bad for the teeth, though. I think we just make it rain, right? Just don't let them get the grant in. Oh, I didn't put the Kench emote in my loadout. What a huge punt. What a huge punt. See, chat, people ask you about the details on the deck, but punted the very obvious easy in. It's like a shot to belt the sub-survey. Yes, you definitely will. I pulled it up at the start of this segment and talked about how the ratios of answers are likely to stay the same, but I definitely would love it if people filled it out. I would really appreciate it if we could get to like 60+% completion. It would make me feel better about the results if I had a higher completion rate.
Keep up.
Yeah, definitely, Blitz Legend. I think there's like 3 or 4 different builds you could build with bolts. I actually just had someone submit a Freljord pod build around. But yeah, I think there's a few different regions you could pair that with for sure.
Through the coral.
As of this very moment, I've had 735 subs fill out the sub survey. And I currently have 2,100 subs, or about 30% or so. If the ratios of answers stay the same as what they are now, I am not intending to go back to making Magic content next month.
My fists.
Currently about 20% of people have said they're gonna unsubscribe if I don't go back to Magic, and that's an appropriate number to lose for the sake of my mental health.
Winter is the Freljord's true ruler.
I think like I need to lose like 30, 35, or 40% even to get into a range where I'd be like, yeah, we need to go back to Magic.
I am prepared.
That's unfortunate. Rhyme Tusk is really good here.
Through the ice.
Yeah, you know, and maybe there's a magical Christmas land where, like, Wizards gets their act together, they change their predatory practices, they add a tournament mode and a spectator mode. They start doing things that are consumer friendly. Maybe a whole bunch of these things happen, and like, I want to play Magic again. But if I'm being honest, I really don't want to play it as a game at the moment. It hasn't been fun in a while for me personally. I'm glad other people are enjoying it, but it's just, you know. Of that 20%, you're able to break down the tiers of subs between Prime to Tier 3. I am Hank Utah. A majority of the people that said they're unsubbing would be our tier 1s and Primes. Another factor is, one of the reasons why I asked people how many Magic decks per day they would want to see if I go back is, I think even if I were to go back to doing Magic content, I don't think I would reasonably want to play through 3+ decks per day. So like, the people who are saying they'll resub for Magic content, but I would need to be doing 3+ decks per day, those people wouldn't be happy anyways, so they're gonna be a loss regardless.
All hands on deck!
Frost Reaver, thank you for the quarter of a year, I appreciate that. Welcome back, thanks for keeping me around. Well, they had a gem to heal this, but I've got another powder keg here.
You'll fight or you'll swim!
I agree, Gesney. The quality of the content is lower if I'm not enjoying it. Govern, thank you for the very generous tier 2. I appreciate the 2 entire years of support. Welcome back. We're gonna try and high roll the Make It Rain to kill these, because they played 2 spells this turn, so if I pass, they're gonna get 2 Dragonlings back on their turn, so. Wonder if anybody makes an overlay for this game. There's an overlay on the screen, Infamous. I don't think it works on mobile, but there's definitely an overlay on desktop. Blitz Legend, thank you for the tip. I appreciate the support. Nailed it. For a third version of Pod, sounds great. So we didn't hit this one, but we hit the big one, so I'm gonna call that a success.
What is gained when you return my
Yeah,
life?
we didn't so much high roll that as we just didn't low roll it, I think is the appropriate summary. You do, Covern. Let me just take this in. Yeah, tier 3s can submit a deck every month.
Up there in the mountains!
So in fact, if you're someone that submits decks to the stream somewhat consistently, tier 3 subbing's actually cheaper than doing that if you're going to send one in once a month anyways, because it's $25 for a deck submission, and the tier 3 sub's $25, so. Tier 3 subs get to add a deck to the queue every month when they renew. I think we're just playing Rhyme Fang out here so we can Ashe next turn and eat this, hopefully. You're on the desktop. Make sure you don't have, sometimes ad blockers interfere with Twitch extension overlays, Infamous. It shouldn't be a refresh issue unless they had the stream loaded from last night, which I guess is possible.
Breathe in, breathe out.
It's you block? Yeah, the ad blockers, the way Twitch extensions work, they overlay on videos similar to ads a lot of the time.
Unite the frail yard. The arrow flies.
I think I actually just hook this to kill it. It means Rhyme Fang's gonna take a point of damage here, but that's fine.
I fight with the dragon's fury!
You're from Central Europe, and I got assigned to SEA. That's a setting in your Riot account in general, Nickpon. It's not specific to Runeterra. And if you log into your Riot account on your website, you could reassign it. In fact, if you go back and watch my first day I did a Runeterra video, I had to go in and do that. I actually didn't have to email support. I was able to change it just on their website. I had a Riot account from forever ago.
Conflict is all in the mind. I'll see this through.
Yeah, the currency the first day we played was like Hungarian or something like that. Alright, if they don't have a proactive Bastion here, we'll be fine. But if they do have a proactive Bastion, we're gonna lose the
Our
game.
enemies cannot hide.
So, if they have Bastion here, we're gonna get combo killed.
Prepare yourself.
And this is well done on their part. So, they're playing around the flash freeze here by keeping Resonating Strike in their hand. So they're gonna go ahead and Resonating Strike this, so that way it still kicks Ashe back to my hand and does some damage to me, but at least we don't take 10 and Ashe doesn't die here unless they have another pump spell. They do have another pump spell, okay.
Continue without me.
And then he has Overwhelm, so he hits us again. That's fine, though.
Winter take you.
Yeah, especially with this Harsh Winds draw, we're pretty likely to kill this.
Gotta believe me.
I technically should always challenge last, right? It's just strictly optimal.
Can I
Guess it's
paint
something
you?
weird that gives life drain.
Hold still. Can I paint you?
So even if they have a way to give this power, I have a way to wipe power off it again. Nope. He's dead. Wait, are they going to 1? So this is lethal? Hey, Grexy, I'd really appreciate it if you take a second to fill out the sub-survey. Pop on into the Discord server here. You won't have gotten the email, but if you pop on into the Discord server, it's in the announcements channel. Uh-oh. I was talking and clicking and didn't make it, right? It's fine. It's fine. Alright, let's put a third Rhyme Toss Shaman in here. That card's been really nuts. We appear to have a good Lee Sin matchup with our Frostbite deck. Shocking. Shocking, I know. Oh, we gotta fix our emote too. Thank you for that reminder. I'm gonna cut a Zap and go up a Rhyme Fang. The wrong emote was the real punt, chat. The wrong emote was the real punt. Ice, baby. Do. Okay, pirate aggro. Let's see how we do when people are trying to beat us down. These are both great, I think. Just want cheap blockers. So, if you have a Kench'em hand, and your Kench'em hand creates an acquired taste, and then that Kench dies, and you play a second Kench, the acquired taste your first Kench made doesn't apply.
Winter take you.
Be nice to people, Azentov. So, them actually playing the Make It right now is kind of good for us, because it means Petty Officer's more likely to survive next turn. Good morning, Noxon. Thanks for the biddies.
Let's get to it.
Hope you're staying safe out there wherever you're at in the world. All right, so with that play, do we just Rhyme Fang here into Ashe? Yes, the acquired taste seems to be tied to the Kench that made it. Is exactly correct.
I will unite the Freljord. Like a fish in water. Show me a target.
You poor thing.
So they block here. They can kill this with Make It Rain, theoretically, I guess. We're doing that. Sure.
Continue without me.
Yeah, there's a lot of directions to build Kench'em. This Frostbite build felt very reasonable. This will be a turn for us to get Rangtusk Shaman down here, hopefully. Although I suppose if they Gangplank, I probably want to Ice Veil.
If they don't break, they'll burn.
They'll burn.
The few for the many.
Bring me the calm of an ice-shrouded world.
Fortune favors.
We actually played a Birthing Pod style deck yesterday, Carafe, and it was really sweet. I was thinking about throwing it up on my website, but I have a Runeterra decks page on my site. And one of the nice things about one of the features or one of the reasons why I increased the price of deck submissions is because I am adding decks into the deck queue. So
Sail.
because I increased the price of deck submissions, there's been slightly fewer submissions overall, which gives me more of a chance to put things in there that I'm interested in playing. So we take one from the love tap here, but I think I want to do this and get in here.
Sends chills
Yeah,
up
the
my
three
spine.
Runeterra decks that are in the queue are the last few YZ. So anything that gets submitted will get played pretty quickly. Oh, we actually had 2 submissions today. We had 2 submissions today, and like I said, I add things on occasion. Like Twisted Diana today was one that I wanted to play again, so I added it in there. So now the question is, do I Rangtusk again this turn? I almost think I do. I'm going to go ahead and just start by attacking with this. The reason to open attacks is this means they don't have the opportunity to play a Keg plus Make It Rain before I can kill this. Hey, thanks for the 23 months. It's me, your dad. Welcome back.
Aren't any gods here? Just me.
How often did I add decks when playing Magic? There were more deck submissions while doing Magic stuff on average.
Winter is the Freljord's true ruler.
But again, I think that's also kind of natural with Runeterra's current card pool. Like I've said, I think the one criticism you can level against Runeterra that's pretty fair at the moment is the size of the card pool, and that's something that will only be increased with time. The coveted center burrito. Big burritos are busted, chat. That burrito had a Winota in the middle of it. Apologies.
Keep up, keep up.
I am reborn of salt and brine. Dead men tell mine.
Not and ready.
I'll show him pain.
Oh, this hitting everything for 2 is brutal. We're probably dead here, because, like, Jack's gonna make another deal 2 next turn. Yeah, I I think that's also true too. I know a lot of people for Magic would send me money to play their decks because they didn't want to spend money to build that deck on Magic on Arena if it sucked, because building Arena decks is just so god-awful expensive. Whereas like in Runeterra, people don't have to do that because the game's accessible. Like for what you could send me to play a deck, you could just build the deck outright yourself. Yeah, we're dead here. That felt pretty hard. Twisted Fate Swain. So mid-range deck. Ice Veil Archer's probably not great here. Babbling Berg sounds wonderful. Probably don't want Harsh Winds to start. I'm gonna look at the rest of these, looking for some more proactive plays. The fun police felt hard, Crazy Duck. Pirate aggro. Pirate aggro just beats up most things. Well, I mean, they want you to brew. They want you to brew Violet Journey. They just want you to pay them lots of money to do it. You are a human ATM machine to wizards.
If I kill you, I know fortunes.
Alright, our start here is not great. Maybe should have kept the ice. Their deck's a little bit more aggressive than I was expecting from Twisted Swain. It's not a terrible draw. Hopefully they open attacks here and we'll just make it rain to kill this.
I've whipped up something special.
There's a lot of ways that could go wrong.
I think we all know how this plays out, Nima.
Are you here? I send you payment.
Yep. Yeah. Well, Ents, thanks for the 9 months. I appreciate the 3/4 of the year. Welcome back. I think I'm supposed to try that there. It doesn't feel very good, but
Bring me the call
we're pretty
of
far
an
behind at this
unshrouded
point.
world.
Deal me in. Hold it, partner.
Sends chills up my spine.
Hey, morning, Hexagon. Hey, let's take a look at what we have going on here and maybe readjust some things. Opponents that have low curves have felt hard twice in a row. So let's try and... We've devoured, in the most literal sense, bigger decks. So I think I want to drag the curve down here. I'm going to cut these last couple of zaps. I think I want to fill in... What's another good, like... Maybe Hired Gun? Hired Gun's probably really good, huh? Because Hired Gun makes something vulnerable, and then Ashe frostbites it. We've not played Outer Wilds yet, Jin. That one's in the queue for next week. Just like 2-3 for 2 is also like a good stat line in general. Yeah, Curve's a lot better looking. Did Riot say other cards would change to deal with landmarks? Yeah, some of the cards from the first 80 cards in Call of the Mountain change pop in. The calendar shows it was Wednesday evening. Oh, did I update the wrong week? You're looking a week ahead, Jin. That says the 21st. So it'll be on Wednesday. Have I ever played with the champion list Undying decks? I've not before, Hexagon. As a thank you for gifting a pile of subs, though, yesterday, if you want to send me a deck code through the submit deck form on my website, I would. I'd be happy to explore one of those on stream. I think it's probably just Berg, again, because, like, the top end of my curve is so high. Try that. Drag the curve down a little bit. See if that helps with the aggressive matchup. Website is correct, though. Oh, maybe the widget must be bugged. Kench, Soraka. Alright, Hired Gun's actually probably not very good here, so I'm going to keep the rest of these, though. Rhymetusk Shaman and Kench are a great pairing. I update on Mobalytics at the end of the set, usually, Dirty Digits. So, it'll be current on the on-screen overlay. The on-screen overlay updates automatically. But the link on Mobalytics, I'll update it to whatever the last iteration is at the end of the set. Sweet, yeah. And if Outer Wilds is good on Wednesday, we'll definitely play it again next week, or the week after that. Najo Mage, thanks for the tier 2. I appreciate the 22 months. Welcome back.
I didn't need that.
Right on time, Rangping Wolf. Welcome to the party.
Keep conversating, child. See if it helps.
Mystical levitation requires concentration.
That's what
Let us peruse this establishment's fare.
Whee! No.
I think I'm gonna frostbite that or flash freeze this to keep my health total high, and then go ahead and acquired taste it.
Another nibble.
Let's not give them the gems for now. That's true. We do have some emote slots we could change out. Do we have that many magic-specific emote slots? We have, like, Moto Please, Modern Staple, a Winota emote. There's like 3? There's like 3 of them? Hey, Kuntz. Thanks for the sub gifty. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Emotes throwing shades. That's fair. I think that's a reasonable suggestion. Kench is a hungry boy, chat. Oh, there's a 3-2 emote. Yep. Yeah, 3-2 is, that's 4. Do I need to hold up Troll Chant here, or can I play out the wolf? I probably want to hold up Troll Chant, I think.
Well, you've already got the pot boiling.
Yes, but not for you, army!
Alright, so you got like half a dozen or so. We also have to try and kill them before the Star Spring wins the game for them. I think I want to just get Rhinetusk Shaman down this turn.
Oh, I don't require a menu.
Let's eat this. Eating him means they don't get gems. That's a last breath trigger.
Allow me a small sip. I've been propagating quite the appetite.
I see feast in your future.
You can pop on into, if you didn't get the survey via email, you can join the Discord server. That is unfortunate. So we're dead at this point. It is against the Magic the Gathering Arena terms of service to sell your account, but there are definitely third-party sites that let you sell your account. Nah, that one sounds great, Dr. Mr. Bunny.
Let us peruse this establishment's fare.
Yep.
Plenty of room inside.
It's against the Moto terms of service to buy and sell cards for cash. It is. It is against the Moto terms of service to buy and sell cards for cash. That is also accurate. I have no idea what they actually sell for. Support Dragons! Thanks for supporting the channel with Support Dragons. Are they about to, like, double Bayou Brunch me here? Or double Bayou Brunch me? That's what's about to happen.
Go, floaty crystals! I need a rubber chick!
I wonder if, so like, this build's felt okay. We're gonna play a couple more games with this, but like, seeing how, if it's against the Moto terms of service, why don't they shut down the MTGO storefronts? They don't shut down the Moto storefronts because the Moto storefronts are the only reason Magic Online is usable as an application, and Wizards of the Coast simply has it's against the TOS to buy and sell cards for cash to cover their own ass in the event that Magic Online ever became popular enough that the government got involved. They could just say, oh, we didn't know. They could profess ignorance. I am not a lawyer, but that would be my estimation. It's definitely a cover their ass clause. Moto is online gambling, and it's largely legal via obscurity. Look at that. We've had over 40 more survey responses since this morning. Our opponent decided they did not want to be Kench this morning. I agree. We've played against Lee Sin twice now, and that matchup does not seem winnable for the Lee Sin side. Maybe that's one of the Lee Sin players we already played against today. I'm gonna keep the Make It Rain here because if they have the 2 mana accelerator to make their dragons cheaper, I want to kill that on 2. Yeah, I mean, they're a big company, Logan. I bet their lawyers could win that argument in court. Yeah, I'm gonna put a reminder at the start of each one of my decks today to tell people to go fill out the survey. So that way subs that watch on YouTube get a reminder.
Another day guarding the walls.
Unsurprisingly, our opponent has a dragon in their hand, so this is Challenger.
Prepare for battle.
Do I drop Rhyme Thing here? Or do I drop Petty Officer with Powder Keg? I want a Rhyme Thing. Complete collection at Reno would be $500 or more. 500 bucks. All right, sorry. I apologize. My arena spending for 2020 is, I can give you an exact number. My arena spending for 2020 for Magic the Gathering Arena was $1,114.85. That's for 2020, just this year. What does my 2019 spreadsheet say? My 2019 spreadsheet total says that I spent $2,019.12 on Magic Arena. Do I have my expenses 2018 spreadsheet handy? Oh, I do.
I will unite the Freljord.
My 2018 total was $1,092.83. So a grand, $2,000. My arena account has had like $4,000 spent into it. About $4,200. Yeah. And again, like for the record, like Magic was my full-time job for that 2.5 years. Magic paid for my house, like, but like that's just like a good point of reference for like how expensive it can be. Yes, that was an investment / business expense. I'm not really, you know, when I talk about that number, it's not to say I'm upset that I spent that money. I spent that money to make money, but it's more to highlight how expensive the game is for normal people. If you wanted to have collections on Magic Arena, you're spending thousands of dollars per year. Agreed. Alright, so let's go ahead and make it rain here. So that way this dies still at least. Yeah, Blake. So, and for people that aren't familiar with complicated U.S. tax laws, I am not a tax attorney and this is not legal advice, but if you're getting 1099 on your taxes, you can write off things that you spent money on to make that money. So I can't write off $70,000 in haircuts, unfortunately, because I don't really have hair to cut, but I did write off my $4,000 I've spent on Magic Arena.
Is nigh.
Magic Arena.
Did you get to write off the pink hair dye? That's true. The year I did the pink hair dye, I did write off that cost. That one wasn't quite 70 grand though. Even with like $100 tip, that was like still less than 200 bucks. I think we play this and then just like plan to open attacks.
All hands on deck!
Sends chills up my spine.
Show me a target.
I think I'd rather kill Screeching Dragon than Vox here. That's close though. This has Challenger, which is scary.
I'll lead us
Oh!
to victory.
Oh, I forgot Ashe was leveling. Huh. I didn't have lethal though anyways, right? I didn't have lethal anyways. Yeah, I definitely want a hook here.
I am unbenched.
That's very good.
Oh, I don't require a menu.
Lead the target.
I mean, a judgment only killing 2 things seems like a win, right?
Eyes blazing bright as torches.
So, do I want to just eat this? I could arrow plus acquired taste. Alternatively, I could also just Ashe and then open attacks. How important is it to open attacks next turn? I feel like the answer is not very. That's a good line. I could acquired taste this and then open attacks with Ashe.
Back to work!
I like that because then this won't have power. So like their combat things don't work. Okay, yeah, that's definitely the line.
Plenty of room inside.
Yeah, they're at 5, exactly.
Faster than my arrow? I think not.
Morning fight. Sick. Sweet. And again, the way our deck is constructed, we know Babbling Bird draws Ashe for us. The way we have things put together. Hey, Isaac, hope you're staying safe out there. A lot of insanity in the world right now. Definitely mulliganing Harsh Winds. I think we're definitely keeping these two. You think the fonts look bad? I think that's pretty subjective. I don't know. I think most fonts look fine. People that think, yeah, I don't know. Teach their own, I suppose. Maybe Flash Freeze is fine here. I keep the other Frostbite too. It's a great pickup. Yeah, I agree. Runeterra compared to Magic has a lot less what I refer to as go fish moments. When you play Magic the Gathering, you're frequently just asking your opponent, hey, do you have the thing? If no, you die. If yes, I die. Lee Sin's a bit of a derivative from that. I think that's the big problem with Lee Sin, is Lee Sin largely is a go fish deck.
You're covered.
There's always room for supper.
Kench is a hungry boy, chat. Ooh.
Let us peruse this establishment's fare.
Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Gark, man. That one was sweet. Easy deck of the day yesterday.
They've got nowhere to go.
Oh, this was a free block, right? Because I would have killed this. I took a damage I didn't have to take here.
Come on in.
Okay, speaking of vault.
Sentinels of
Oh, I don't require a menu.
Faster than my arrow? I think not.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, Lampton. I think playing Magic for so long made me feel like I had to be willing to experience bad games to get to the good games, not realizing that that wasn't the case. Like, I had been conditioned to think that games where you just don't get to play are just a part of card games, when in reality they're just a part of Magic.
You shall go no farther! Your conquest ends here! I command you to halt!
You love to see it.
It's too late now.
Yeah, I agree, Blake. Big agree.
Where there's a will,
So,
there's
Boneless, the current Magic standard format might be good, but it also might not be, and you just can't know is the answer. Like, a month from now, if people say the Magic standard format is good, I'd believe them. But like 4 days after they just banned the format into oblivion, they don't know. People are just trying to be optimistic. Content creators being optimistic are because they're trying to sell their content. Like, maybe they're right, but the actual answer is they don't know. And like that's a constant in most games, right? People try and like upsell and sell themselves on an authority and a thing without waiting to get more information, because saying, hey, we can't know yet, we need to wait and see, doesn't generate clicks and it doesn't generate revenue. Hey, thanks for the 23 months, Adranis. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Okay, thoughts on this. So, unfortunately, we did not get to play against another aggro deck after we added Hired Gun. I think this is probably still a good change. I think I'm happy with where we ended up at overall, but I also wouldn't be surprised if our deck needs more help in the aggro matchups. Our deck seems really impressive against bigger decks in the format. One thing that came up a number of times in this set that I hadn't really thought about before is Troll Chant with Rhymefang Wolf is like sneaky good. Like previous Rhymefang Wolf decks that I've played, I didn't make room for Troll Chant in them because you already had so many Frostbites, but Troll Chant giving extra toughness is really good with Kench because it basically heals him, and that's why I put it in here. But the ability to shrink things to attack so Rhymefang Wolf can then kill them is stellar. It also protects Rhymefang Wolf against random damage-based removal, so that was fantastic. But yeah, basically, if I was working on this some more, which I'm sure we'll probably plan on streaming it at some point in the future, I would want to focus on those pirate aggro matchups, and is the bottom end of our curve what it needs to be competitive there? Or do we want to consider other cheap plays like Sentry, for example, could be another good card to consider because it's just a good low curve card that generates good value by replacing itself when it dies. So like, if you play this build against Pirate aggro and you feel like it's still struggling, for example, maybe trim like Elixir and a Harsh Winds and something else to like get some more sentries in to drag the curve down so you can impact the board early consistently. All right, we are going to shift gears here to our next deck of the day.